and I say this for all the men in the room, again, like, we don't have children personally, children. I don't know. Do you have a child? No. Jack has children. Do you have children, sir? Okay. So for the both of you, right? When you brought children into the world, was that an active decision?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. That was hesitation. that was hesitation. But
I'm calling semi-bullshit on that one in the beginning.
Can I at least say something about Jack, for instance? Because I know the type of father you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only was it an active decision to bring children into this world, but you pour into your children. And again, like, the way I've been poured into by my mentors, by the people who love me, the same way you pour into your children. You chose the active decision to raise those children, and then the community is there by raising those children as well. So again, we are testament of the men that we stand here today because somebody poured into us in a way that was nurturing us and setting that foundation. So we talk about generational trauma, but we don't also talk about generational wealth and legacy. Because again, like, no, we maybe didn't come from the same background that Jesse came from, but that doesn't mean our parents didn't come from that background. So now all of a sudden, thankfully, they built a plateau to where we can skip that stuff. And when you talk about these mega dynasty families and whatnot who have wealth and generation and control the 1% and the 5%, where we started the conversation, well, hopefully what we could do as men sitting here opposite of you is keep building that plateau. So no, our children don't have to work a 9 to 5. Maybe they can go out and create the company for the 9 to 5. You know what I mean? But like, that's because somebody chose to pour into us early and it was intentional.
Their parents, let me say this, rock fucking solid. I look at their parents and I'm like, I feel like I'm one of y'all kids. Like, honestly, I do, because all of our parents come from like similar or the same backgrounds, but decisions, right? Like, my mom did the best she could with what she had. Their parents did the best that they could with what they had. And so that's why all of our life pathways are very different, but it somehow, some way today, we're all in the same room here talking that shit. Somehow, some way. Now, I might have come from the back, or somebody might have come from the middle, or somebody might, but we're all here. So there has to be a direct correlation with mindset or self-talk that gets everybody in the same room, and we're all on one accord. So,
And I think just because you had said something about, like, when you said, like, greatness, like, people don't, it feels like they don't want to get there. And then he said something about his, like, yeah, we all fall into, like, whether it be lust or whether it be, I feel like all these other games are easy to win at. It's the dopamine hit. It's why Instagram works. You know what I mean? It's like, being great or accomplishing certain things in life, as you know, it's like you plant the seed today and, like, you keep watering it. And that's just, it's a long game. You're not, I've been in entertainment for 30 years. I've had highs, I've had lows, but it's a long game and you never really complete it. Whereas these other things, like getting laid, that happens and it's like, oh, cool, that was great. Like, that's some quick shit.
Sounds like there's been some not great in there too, Maestro. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know.
But no, it's just one of those situations. It's like all these other things are they're quick dopamine hits, and I feel like people live off of that. Even eating bad foods. Like, if you're doing nothing with your life, a Starbucks Frappuccino's fucking great. It's a quick sugar hit, and then you keep pushing. Like, you know what I mean? It's like people, I think, find it's always easier to take. It's comfortable. If you've never put yourself in these testing positions and you never have really tried to do or accomplish anything, it's really hard for you to have any context of what's required. So that's why it's, once again, it's like the gym is the easiest thing to start with because at least you know what that requires. But anything else, it's like you're always going to be biting off more than you can chew because you've never actually, started the process.
So with this conversation, what do we say to the folks working drive-through at Taco Bell today?
Hold on.
One last thing, very quick. Who do you want to be? That's very quickly.
I get it, but here's where I come. That's where I come from.
What's the step?
That's because that's where I come from.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
Me too.
I come from blue collar, no money, no entrepreneurs, no conversation about financial independence and financial wealth. So I think the vast majority of us, even though I think we have tremendous opportunity in this country, the vast majority of this system is set up for average.
Yes, 100%.
And I'm okay with that.
Even from the school system.
I'm okay with it because our average, if you just sign up for doing a little bit of what you're supposed to in this world, your average here is going to be way better than most of the averages around the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And so, but what is being faced with social media now, with Instagram and our conversations, I'm not going to slow down.
Right.
Just because I'm a little sad and I see other people underperforming, I'm going to have some feels for them from where I came from, but I'm not slowing down. I'm not going to feel bad about me. But what do we say to them?
Have a picture in your head. I think that's the number one thing. Most people who are lost, how you even said, like, who do you want to be? Like, I know you got from drive through a Taco Bell because you saw either other people that you said, that guy looks like he has it figured out. What's he doing? I want to figure this out. I want to be, we see glimpses of things we would like to be. Like, I always get frustrated because people like even athletes or artists for in my opinion, the wrong reasons. Like, I don't care that you like Beyonce because she has cool songs. Fuck that. Like Beyonce because you know how many times she was in these rehearsals in the basements when she was doing Destiny's Child and she was a kid and nobody gave a fuck, but her dad kept making sure that all these girls were getting from place to place, and then she did that and then that worked and then she kept going to, like, the work ethic. Tiger Woods is dope because of the work ethic. It's not just because he's good at golf.
Like, you know what's behind all those people?
Great fathers.
There you go. Yeah. A parent.
Yeah.
So when we talk
Nuclear
about
family.
Accountability,
Yep.
we lack that because we don't want to have the conversation about having these fucking kids.
Because this takes a long time too. It doesn't happen overnight.
That's
Not
really
at all.
where this
Yeah.
starts in the black community. Like, why we have more kids than
The
we have
black
fathers
community,
there.
the communities, period.
Yeah, like you know how when here's why. Like, I love jumping. If you guys heard the conversations, the reason why me and Jacob,
I'm just thinking that my mind going a million miles.
Right.
Yeah.
See, the reason why me and him have grown to become friends, is because I don't shy away from anything.
Absolutely.
And a guy that looks like me, if you get out here in the world and stop popping off the things that I'm willing to talk to him about, it's not too popular, right?
They're trying to cancel you real quick.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
yeah. And so, but the funny thing is, at what level have you appreciated our conversations and where we go?
Oh, all the time. I text you all the time. The night we out 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I text you the next day. Like, man, I appreciate the conversation.
See?
No, right.
See?
Right. And so I just think it's like when we got off the elevator, what I said was, you know, we got these guys over here and had the little black beanie on the top, and I got a guy wearing yellow and evil. Those guys have the same color skin as me, but I was like, dude, I need to step back from you because I said, it looks like you might be East Newport. East Newport's a bunch of white people, honestly, that are living this life I just asked about too. Yeah. So I think what I kicked back on you the other day when I said, hey man, here's what's really tough for all of us to understand. Whether you were a female and just started to vote in 1920, just had the right to, right? Whether you're somebody who black and your ancestors come from slavery in this country, or whether there's some white kid that his whole ancestry came from Eastern Kentucky and his whole family was the coal mines and their life was terrible too. It is tough for us to step outside of our terrible and realize, honestly, y'all, the vast majority of humans have their own form of terrible they're trying to break out of.
Right.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah.
And I think the tough thing for us, until we can have humility and be in our own moment and take responsibility, regardless of the stuff that's happened in the past. Don't ignore it. Don't throw it out. But say, you know what? There's a lot of other people that I can't feel or know what they went through, but just because they're a human, they went through a lot of the same dumb shit and they're trying to overcome it too.
On the level of what y'all talking about, I think it goes even deeper. And I think telling someone how is the thing. So, like, yeah, you could take accountability, but we also talk about, my biggest thing is where accountability meets opportunity, right? So, like, coming from how we say, like, the people who have nothing, there's not a lot of opportunity there when it comes to meeting certain things. Like, I don't think I would be where I am even having this conversation if I didn't have the opportunity of
Exposure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to know, I think networking is big. I think, like, coming from where y'all come from, I think I want to hear y'all speak more to that. Telling people how to work a room, how to have a conversation with somebody who, like, my whole thing coming up when I was on tour, it wasn't for me to try and go after 2 Chainz or go after whoever else. It was, let me talk to the security, let me talk to the manager.
Linear networking as opposed to vertical.
Yeah.
People go up.
Right.
You have to go across. Now, I had to learn this the hard way. No school, no Harvard, no none of that. No degrees. I just got out here with my boss and just figured it the fuck out.
Congratulations.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, what would I do without it, right? But I
Just
think,
for the record, the upside down LA is awesome.
you like that?
I do.
You want this hat?
The 5950, you can keep it. You're all right, man. I know a little something about the head.
need to get
Actually,
him
that's
a
not a
Cincinnati
5950.
Reds
That's a snapback.
Yeah,
So that's like a
snapback.
3950 or something.
Yeah.
I know a little something about
I'm
hats.
taking
or
him
something.
there.
A little new era, vibe.
Man, don't you come and bring some bad vibes for
He's from Chicago.
No, I don't want to. Man, get the hell. We just won the last two. So anyway,
I have
I
some,
know I
I
interrupted
have
there.
some after what Jesse said.
Yeah, but no,
Just-
you have to network across, and you have to provide value. You're not getting around these people because you are asking for something.
What's that mean? What's providing value
Provide
mean?
value. What is it? Okay, let's start here quickly. What is it the thing that you do well that no one else does better than you? Or what is it the thing that you do? Forget everyone else. What is it that you do well? Do that for someone else who is doing better than you.
Or what are you willing to do that someone else don't want to do?
Wait,
Listen,
wait, wait.
hold on.
Okay.
He
There's
wants to go.
somebody
Hold on.
here who
Jump
wanna
in.
go
There
to
you
the-
go.
the drinks.
This is exactly like one of the things about this conversation that I'm kind of thinking of. This just came to me when you were talking about your point, and Jesse, you kind of framed this nicely. We're thinking very individualistic right now.
Yeah.
The reason why I love Japanese culture, for instance, have you been to Japan?
Here's the thing. I might be the guy who loves it the most who hasn't been there.
Interesting.
I have not been there.
Oh, you got to get out there.
It's to be respected, everything about it.
Got to get out.
Everything about it.
Got to get out. Everything that you
Okay, go
think
ahead. Yep.
is true.
Plus
But-
more, probably.
Yes.
Just respect throughout the entire society.
So we, just to, bring this back to the project, right? We went out there and premiered our project in Tokyo. This was my third time going. This was my brother's first time going. One of the things you will immediately notice is it's about the collective we, not I. And when you start looking at all of the things that they're able to achieve and that they give back to the world, their peace, their tranquility, when you think about thoughtfulness, it's all coming from the perspective of we. As we've sat here and we've given praise to the people who have been in our life, our parents, our mentors, whomever, as we speak about, pouring into champions and all of these people who we look at, and it's like the Tiger Woods and the blah, blah, blah.
Denzel Washington.
The Denzel Washingtons,
Right.
yes. No, there's been somebody else being selfless, pouring into somebody. We've talked about community. So there's like a collective we. So to Jesse's point, like when you think about somebody who's working at the drive-thru at Taco Bell right now, what do you enjoy that the world can take pleasure in? What is it that you can provide? And sometimes, no, it doesn't have to always be creative. Sometimes you might just be a hard worker. There's going to be a point where you're working for yourself, but I've at least found within my career, and some of the people, like when we think of billionaires and people who have amassed crazy wealth, they all have provided something for others.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I found that when I've been charitable or created opportunity, even with this film, yes, this was an idea where I was like, oh man, I want to direct something. As soon as I stepped out of that and started thinking like, oh man, my brother would be amazing in this. Oh man, my other brother would be amazing doing the music and stuff like that. Yo, guys, look at what we could do. Once it became a we thing,
It was a wrap.
this just swelled up and
It's a
became
wrap.
bigger than we could imagine. And that's just one example. But I do think like the more we step out of our own and we think to ourselves, okay, like I'm here on this earth. There's probably a reason why I'm here. What is the thing I enjoy, or what is something that I'm very good at? And to Jesse's point, can I start doing it locally? Can I start doing it to the people around me? Even if it's just an act of kindness, well, then how can I get involved? Because maybe that kindness might, help me to go work at a halfway house, or, go help somebody who's unhoused or
put
whatever.
up
it may be.
panels in the middle
You
of
know
the
what
night.
I mean? Like,
Fucking
no,
with
for
this
real
guy.
though. But like that leads, those certain opportunities lead to
Yeah.
something. So like you just said, sometimes it's preparation and then the opportunity presenting itself. You are preparing, however it may be,
Yes.
preparing a skill set, but you're thinking in an effort to help somebody else. Does that make sense? I think there's the collective we that we should consider when we're thinking about building up I.
Putting service into the world.
Service.
Yeah.
That is what it. I mean, because I mean,
Like, what are you serving? Who are you
what
serving?
at the end of the day, Apple might have $1 trillion, but look at how much shit their products
Yeah.
put into the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at how many everybody has an iPhone. I mean, you know what I mean? And Amazon, same thing. It's like, mind you, these are very capitalistic companies, but at the same time, the services and the convenience that they're pouring into the world, this is why they make so much money.
Even on a surface level, like when we talk about music, right? When we think about like popular musicians who have now like crossed the $1 billion mark, when we talk about the Jays, when we talk about the Ye's, the Rihanna and whatnot, it wasn't the music that got them there.
No.
Product.
Product.
Tangible product.
Tangible product that people can use.
Yeah.
But it's not about them. Everybody needs some shoes.
Yeah.
People gonna want some makeup for
Exactly.
beauty. You know what I mean? Like when you start thinking about what is it that we could do? Yeah,
exactly.
there's a there's a selfish motivation of like, I want to build a company, this is what I want to put out there, but there's also the like, how can everybody else benefit from this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And how can everybody use their skills to help build this?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You asked him a question.
No, I just wanted them to expound on it. That was great.
Mhm.
That's what I was saying. That's what I think people need to hear more of.
No,
Yeah.
facts.
Like we hear so much negativity, but y'all
No,
just gave a good positive outlook on that.